So, yeah, 20 milliamps, which I'm assuming is like milligrams. So, like 100 milliamps is 1 amp. I'm assuming, or maybe it's lower, like 1,000 milliamps is a full amp. But well, hey, we cracked the case. 20 milliamps for sexual pleasure. I got a medal for the most genetically perfect pig. Does that pig have fists? Sure does. Show 'em, pig. Wham! Oink.
Sounds wonderful.
Is that a pig? Oink. I wish I could actually genetically breed animals to be able to understand and speak English, or like some way to modulate the voice of an animal. So get pigs that just walk, like 30 fucking pigs all in a pen. All you hear is oink, 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 oink. Like a fucking Chad pig.
Perfect.
You're definitely in too, but you gotta understand, me and Siggy share a very specific brain cell. One singular specific brain cell.
Is that one brain cell having to do with electricity kink? Just questioning.
No. It has to do with the Marine Corps. But, honestly, I've never been electrocuted in bed, and honestly, I'd be down to try it. At least once. As long as the voltage is low. Yeah. No, honestly, I'm gonna text my father, right? Actually, I'm gonna call my father right now, live, here on the podcast, ask him what voltage is safe. Because my father's an electrician.
I dare you to ask your father if he has an electricity kink. I dare you. Why would you, Pyro? Why? That poor man.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. I just had a question for you. Just let you know, you were live on the recording. So, just a topic we were discussing. And don't ask any questions. Do not judge your son. But, what's the voltage that would be safe to electrocute your partner with in bed? What would be a safe voltage to use in bed?
It's not the voltage that hurts, it's the amperage.
Well, what would be a safe amperage then?
Like a quarter of an amp, because half an amp would kill you.
Alright, so quarter of an amp and then just as many volts as you find sexually pleasing? Yeah. Well, thank you for the information. Appreciate it. I love you, Dad. Talk to you later. Bye. Well, you heard it here first, folks. 1/4 of an amp to sexually electrocute your partner in bed, and well, as many volts as you're really feeling at the time, I suppose.
Can't we have a huge round of applause here in the live audience and in the comment section whenever you're watching for Maury's dad? Truly not counting much spend. Round of applause
for Papa Mori.
Round of applause for Papa Mori for actually
applause.
not even judging his son for the weirdest question I've ever heard anyone ask. Round of applause.
To be honest, I've asked him worse.
Really?
I've asked him worse. So much worse.
That would probably explain why he didn't judge you there, to be honest.
Yeah. He kind of puts up with my bullshit.
Well, I mean, he had to put up with you for your entire existence. So,
was my dad co-hosting the podcast? Oh no, that'd be a horrible idea. No, we're not having my father embarrass me on the podcast ever.
Oh,
but okay.
No, I'm kind of down for that. Raz, write that down. Write that down. Put it in my notes later. Write that down.
Alrighty, well, I guess better late than never, because the podcast has long since already started.
Fatherless children are typing.
Well, I guess better late than never on the intro. Well, it's gonna be like 5 minutes into the recording, we're gonna get the intro. But well,
it's actually 7 minutes and 40 seconds exactly.
We got 7 minutes of well, aside from editing. We got probably about 5 minutes worth of bullshit, but hello, everybody! Everybody here in the live audience and everyone listening on YouTube or Spotify, welcome back to the Unfiltered and Uneducated Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Mori, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, Dro. Say hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode. Well, to this shit show.
So, Well, yeah, you heard it here first, folks. A quarter of an amp to sexually electrocute your partner in bed. Now, how are you doing today, Dro?
I'm doing pretty good, actually, As it stands right now, I actually just got back from a job interview.
Oh, nice. How did that go? You think you did good?
Oh, yeah, dude. From the way it stands, it's pretty much certified that I'm getting hired no matter what, as long as I'm down to do it, which I'm down, man. Plus, get this. With how horrible the gas prices are recently, this job pays really well, and it's within walking distance of my house. You want to know how much it pays?
How much?
Well, from the position that'd be applying, it pays $21.50.
An hour?
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
But here's the main question for all the ladies out there. Are you forklift certified?
No, I am not, but I'm going to get trained to do so.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first, folks. Dro is an eternal virgin. He's not forklift certified?
I don't know how that certifies me as a forever virgin, but okay. You know what? Pop off. Just talk your shit, whatever.
Because, oh, hey, gotta be forklift certified, man.
Really? Okay, can you explain why that would be? I'm very curious, why you would insinuate such a thing.
Because it's a common fact that women love men who are forklift certified.
And why is that? You know what? If there's any...
I don't know. Am I a woman?
Am
I a woman? Will I know? Excuse me?
Mori, judging by what I've seen in our DMs, with that ass, you definitely could be a woman, my good sir.
Hey. I'm just, honestly, you kind of right, though. You got a valid point.
Exactly. So I wanted to ask.
Mori do got cake. I would see, and that just drives into the explanation. I've been forklift certified since the day I was born because I carry around a heavy load everywhere I go.
Oh, that can go so many wrong ways. That can go so many wrong ways. Oh, God. I mean, before you... I was thinking, he's gonna shut up because he's been forklift certified since the day he was born. I wanted to say, did you were you driving a forklift out of your mother? I was gonna say that, but you answered my question.
And then I just took a real hard left turn right out the gate.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is literally the worst. This is literally the worst start to the podcast I think we've ever had.
It's the best start to the podcast. But yes, I am forklift certified. Forklift certified.
You know what? Early on in the podcast, I'm going to throw this out. To anyone in the live audience and to those commenting on Spotify or YouTube, again, answer this question right now. Is being forklift certified, does it drive home the sexy factor in a male human being? Does it drive it home? Right?
Okay, hold on. We're on. We're gonna hit pause on that. We're gonna hit reverse because I just received a text from my father.
Oh.
Quoted from Mori's dad, and I quote: "I would not recommend going higher than 20 milliamps for sexual pleasure. 1/4 of an amp would put you in the hospital."
Okay.
So, 20 milliamps, which I'm assuming is milligrams. So 100 milliamps is 1 amp. I'm assuming, or maybe it's lower, 1,000 milliamps is a full amp. Mm-hmm. But well, hey, we cracked the case. 20 milliamps for sexual pleasure.
Well, I mean, I imagine...
put away those jumper cables, ladies and gentlemen. That will leave that technique in Rambo.
Yeah,
because
I hope you're not planning to take jumper cables and strap them to your titties and fire up the car engine, because I assume you'll be coming out. I assume you'll be coming out of that like burnt toast on max settings from a toaster. So yeah, you ain't gonna be looking too good. This is so bad.
My father, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we get another round of applause from Mori's dad? Mori's dad in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause. We love this man. We love him. Thank you, Papa Mori. This is the most scuffed start ever. I don't know what's going to be in the podcast.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, homeboy. This is the greatest start. Everybody here in the live audience here in the server, go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat if you think that this is a great start to the podcast. Put a number 2 in chat if you think Dro's a bitch, and put a 3 for all of the above.
Man, you don't even have to throw that in. What the fuck is me being a bitch got to do? Okay, Fuck. Okay, whatever. You know what? Fine. Fucking hate this guy. I swear to God.
Alrighty. Well,
Quick question: is this going into bloopers? Is this a mainline podcast?
well, honestly, that's up to editing Dro. That's up to future editing Dro. But I think editing Dro really strives to please the community with entertainment and laughter. Would you agree?
I agree wholeheartedly. I'm sure future editing Joe is looking back at this right now with a big smile, knowing that this is probably one of the funniest segments out of the podcast we've ever recorded.
But present day recording Dro is crying on the inside.
I really wish I had my whiskey bottle next to me already.
Yeah, it sucks for you. I do.
Really?
Actually, no, it's not whiskey. It's black coffee rum.
Ooh.
No, it's my poison. It's what let me reach over and get it.
Have you had anything to drink tonight, Maury? Have you drank anything yet, or are you just flying sober right now?
I think I had like a Smirnoff Ice and a few shots.
Yeah.
Just spread throughout the day. Just little hair of the dog, you know.
I feel it.
You know, I actually got this good shit that I decided to try a little bit ago. It's like a pre-mixed cocktail.
Ooh.
Big glass bottle. It's a Bacardi Zombie. No, I've never had a zombie before, but it tastes kind of like a really tropical zombie juice, just with proper portions and mixtures instead of just dropping a few dozen fucking bottles of alcohol in with some Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Well, I got some of that in the kitchen. I might go grab that at some point, but right now I got me some Kraken limited edition black roast coffee rum. Good shit. All right, well, by popular demand, topic of today's podcast is going to be a little different. Topic today is going to be about mythology. You know, some of that good shit from back in the day. So, Dro, what do you really know about mythology? Like, what level of shit you got in that head?
Well, I guess we're talking about all that, and mythology is the, you know, stuff I really grew up with was just a bunch of like really old medieval type shit, you know, dragons, unicorns, fairies, elves, all that crazy shit. I mean, again, I'm big ass nerd. I grew up playing Skyrim, and I saw all this. It's just cool shit, man. Like, dragons are always gonna be like just a big part of my brain in the way I think, just because how fucking cool they look. I mean, it's basically just a flying lizard that breathes fire. Like, oh, what else? That's just fucking awesome, right? That's cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. But actually, on that note, you know, did you know that there is a grand amount of people in the world that actually believe that real dragons once walked the earth and that they were just hunted into extinction?
And you know, honestly, kind of thinking about that, I think in my mind, I feel like dragons would just be way too fucking powerful for like people of old to deal with. Now, I would like to personally believe that dragons did walk amongst us, because you know what, we always have those dreams, right? Where I would pull a fucking, what is it, a dragonborn bullshit out my ass and literally ride a dragon because I'm built different, you know? Like, we've all wanted to experience that. We've all wanted our own personal homie dragon, pet dragon, whatever. No matter what, we've always wanted that. But me personally, I would really like to think that dragons did walk amongst us at one point. But I would have to say it's more plausible that dinosaurs did. But I feel like the human race wouldn't exist if dragons were actually a real thing. The human race would be dead. We wouldn't be one.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. You know, there's a lot of different factors that could theoretically go into it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I gotta say, as someone did point out in our audience participation chat, you know, every religion, every region, every historical text, every old people all have a word for dragon. And they all have tales of dragons, you know. So it is quite plausible that dragons could have existed.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely heard of the things where, like, there are certain dragons that actually don't even have wings or even breathe anything. They were just basically really big lizards. Like, that's basically all they were. Like, I guess you could say into the realm of dinosaurs, but I don't know. There's a bunch of other stuff mixed in there. And like you said, with different names of dragons, the only one that I'm actually familiar with is the name of Wyvern. Well, I think it's a different form of dragon where they don't actually have front arms. It's like their arms are their wings. I think that's what it is, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's I don't know a specific term for it, but you know, wyverns are, you know, they're more akin to bats. You know, their front limbs are directly connected to their wings and are controlled by their front limbs. You know, obviously they're a bit more common more east. They're a bit more common in, you know, I guess like in more Eastern folklore and in fantasy tropes. like in modern fantasy movies or series or stuff like that. Obviously, the big heavy hitter being Skyrim.
Yeah.
The dragons in Skyrim are actually wyverns. They are not dragons. But, well, they're fucking old fantasy medieval people. The fuck do they know? Idiots.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Stupid motherfuckers.
Stupid ass bitches.
Stupid.
Yeah, so along the lines of dragons, wyverns, etc. We came around. We grew up around the love of dragons and movies and fantasy. Lord of the Rings, Elder Scrolls, Aragon, Braveheart.
Ooh, Aragon. That just hit me in the soul, dude. I almost forgot about Aragon. Oh my god, I need to rewatch that, man. Aragon was so good. Damn,
it really
I
was.
missed that movie. Shit.
Alright, but along those lines, do you have a favorite dragon from pop culture or video game? Or even just, actual folklore or mythos? Any, specific dragon?
I wish I could kind of give a more detailed thought on it, because, I, as a kid, I was really big into, big beasts regarding dinosaurs and mythological creatures. I actually had, a big encyclopedia book as a kid, talking about a bunch of mythological creatures and stuff like that, regarding there were over 100 different types of dragons and stuff like that. And I'd love to kind of, if I actually had that, or I knew where it was, I would actually kind of bring it to talk about it. But I would have to say that I think my personal favorite dragon are just the ones from Skyrim, because again, me personally, it is my favorite game growing up as a kid. It is my first introduction into a lot of really old timey medieval mythological shit that I really thought magic, dragons, fairies, unicorns, just the way life was back in the olden days. It's the stuff that I love. Although another time, do you know the game Ark Survival Evolved?
Yes, I love Ark.
Great game. I love it. Which Ark Survival Evolved 2, whenever that comes out, I'm gonna be taking a look at that because I'm actually excited for that. I want to check it out. With fucking what's his name from Fast and Furious motherfuckers in that game apparently.
Who, Dom Toretto?
Yeah, Dom Toretto's in the fucking game. Apparently, I'm I'd love to talk more about that, but let's kind of get back to my thought.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, we'll talk more on that later. But I gotta say, for me, I guess it's kind of a tie between a couple. Yeah. My first one that really came to mind, his name is Falkor, from a absolute banger of a movie called The Neverending Story.
I've actually never seen that.
It is a very, very good movie. Neverending Story was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Falkor was pretty much more of a Asian mythos type dragon. The very long ones with no wings, more like a flying serpent, a serpentine dragon, who had the face of a dragon. The body of the dragon. He had a face of a dog, in a sense. Hey, he was a wish dragon. One of my favorite movies growing up. Absolutely fucking love Falkor. He's dope as shit. Second favorite, really gonna bring back some memory for some of us older folk. Keeping the term older relative. Bahamut.
That name rings
Square Enix, Final Fantasy, D&D, Kingdom Hearts, etc.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about specifically. That name rings a bell somewhere, but I don't know where the bell's ringing from.
Bahamut in many video games or tabletops. I'm personally not too sure if Bahamut is an actual figure in actual mythos. That's just because I'm ignorant and play a lot of video games. But Bahamut in a lot of fucking games and whatnot is shown to be akin to a dragon god. The dragon of dragons. One of the most utmost powerful beings.
Yeah.
Specifically, the one I'm referencing is from Final Fantasy X, my favorite installment of the Final Fantasy series. This dude is beefed the fuck out. Alright, he is... Dude got the swagger. Dude got the hate. Dude is just laying down absolute fucking swag. Right. If you ever see Bahamut from Final Fantasy X, this fucker comes out. He swoops in from out in the universe, lands down on the fucking ground, and he's kind of humanoid. He's got the wings on his back, and he has his His bottom legs are more akin to actual legs, and he's still got claws and whatnot. And he has actual fucking arms, which he fucking crosses his arms and just stares at whatever fuckhead is unfortunate enough to be erased by him within the next few fucking turns. And this dude's just got absolute fucking swag, right? And one of the reasons why I fucking love Final Fantasy X, the summon system was great, and fucking always loved Bahamut as a summon in video games. Just an absolute fucking beast. I'm actually looking to see if I can find a proper GIF of it here on Discord and send it.
Yeah, I've actually never indulged myself in Final Fantasy games. And, I feel like I kind of, fell out of this series because, this is, objectively or subjectively, whatever the word is, I got into the worst Final Fantasy game, objectively or subjectively.
13?
Yep, that was the first one I ever played, and I fucking hated it. I hated that game so much that it just killed my vibe for, the whole fucking series. I'm like, how the fuck does this game have 13 games? It's so bad. That was my mind back then, because I got the game when I was, 15, 16 or something. Or whenever the game came out, but still. It was awful. Just did not fuck with it at all.
Alright, so I decided to Google this so I'm not an ignorant fuck.
Alright.
Bahamut is said to be stemmed from Arabic mythos. The Bahamut is supposedly a giant fish that supports the land. And it also says here that in George Louis Borges, I'm definitely mispronouncing it. In George Louis Borges' book of imaginary beings, Bahamut is altered and magnified from a being known as Behemoth, and described as so immense that a human cannot bear his sight. Just up and through, Bahamut is passed down in a lot of different mythos, a lot of different places, a lot in video games, as already said. Just an absolute fucking badass, in a lot of D&D situations. He's looked at as the dragon god, or the draconic god, which, believe it or not, both of those are different. Just fucking beast. I fucking love Bahamut. I love dragons, dude. I love anything draconic in video games.
Oh, indeed.
Fucking Pokemon, I go for the dragon element. In fucking Monster Hunter, I go for the dragon element. I always love the look of fucking dragons, deck out in dragons, use dragons. I love fighting dragons. They're just dragons are built to be just dragons in anything, not only in mythology, but in video games, movies, folklore, tales, tabletops, etc. They're just built to be the ultimate fucking being, right? You hear the word dragon, and there's not a lot that really could fucking rival a dragon, right? So it pretty much, it takes someone of a main character power level to fuck up a dragon, right? Going in mythos, King Arthur, the greatest, the greatest knight in each land sent off to rescue a princess. Just people with main character fucking energy. Right, or the real, or in fucking, in canon and folklore and video games and nerd shit, and the nerdiverse. It just takes, you have to have someone with main character fucking energy, because they're just fucking beings of pure fucking power. That's just what they are, right? Alright, dragons are the personification of pure fucking Chad energy. I said it. Dragons are the epitome of Chad. Every dragon is the greatest fucking Chad, right?
Oh yeah, indeed.
In order to be a Chad, you must become a dragon. If your mother at birth names you Chad, wings sprout from your back and you incinerate the fucking doctor with fire breath or lightning breath, depending on whatever fucking dragon fucked your mom, or at least according to fucking Dungeons and Dragons. And then, you go into Shrek and then Donkey just tops them all, pun intended.
Okay, no. We gotta, real quick, can we just say this? Donkey from Shrek is an omniversal being. Nobody's killing him.
He has a multiversal power level.
Oh, indeed.
That man is scaled. That fucker's a metagamer, bro.
Oh, indeed.
Fucking Donkey's metagamer. That dude fucking crafted his stats. He knew what he was fucking doing. This homeboy, this fucker topped a dragon, bro.
Imagine, dude. Imagine.
This dude straight up made babies with a whole ass fucking dragon.
I need to know, did he got the moves or did he got the equipment? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
maybe he probably had both.
You know the saying, hung like a horse, right? You know, donkeys are of a more equestrian DNA. They're very, very closely related to horses. Yeah. So, you know, there's got to be some DNA that transferred over in the right place, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of shared DNA between horses and donkeys that kept them both going, and I don't think it's their fucking speed.
Yeah, man, you know, honestly, I think we could all learn a thing or two from Donkey. Is that no matter how kind of ugly you are, you can hit it with anybody, man. You really can.
As long as you got a big dick.
Yeah, you could be fuck ugly, but hey, if your penis is really nice and large, you can do anything. I believe in you.
Dude, look at fucking Ron Jeremy, bro. One of the most fucking well-known fucking adult industry workers.
Uh-huh.
You know, seem to be the pinnacle. The man's looks like fucking Mario 15 years later after being diagnosed with diabetes.
Yeah, way wrong.
So, like, he ain't exactly the best-looking dude, but that dude had technique. And he knew how to use the equipment. And, well, yeah, that's about where it goes.
That is something.
Man, we went from fucking going to talk about mythology to talking about dragons, and now we're talking about Ron fucking Jeremy.
I think you forgot to fit the part in where we were talking about Donkey from Shrek's penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
Talking about Donkey's penis.
Wasn't this all just fucking great? Isn't this just a great moment to just sit in silence? Fuck me.
What the fuck is wrong with us, man? Are we bad people?
Yes, we are.
Good.
Oh, indeed.
Heroes are fucking chodes, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defeat you with the power of friendship. Fuck you. I'm gonna defeat you with this fucking Glock 17, homeboys. I'm square the fuck up.
And also with the power of lifelong trauma and depression that turned me into a more likable character than you, and people that cheer for you are just a bunch of fucking nerds.
Or the villain is hotter than the heroes. That usually gets the fangirls rolling. That's Tom Hiddleston. Woo! Ooh. Tell you what, I ain't just the girls getting riled up over him. One, Tom Hiddleston got it, baby.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Tom Hiddleston can get away with whatever the goddamn fuck he wants to get away with.
Oh, I think we forgot about truly, I mean, honestly. Now, I don't really give a fuck how old this guy is. He's just an absolute fucking Chad and menace to society, but we love him anyway.
Danny DeVito?
William Dafoe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit when anybody says that. He is still a good-looking dude for his age. Damn good-looking dude.
That man eats his kale. I'll tell you what.
For sure.
That man eats his superfoods.
And also, can we put some respect on... God, I forget the actor's name. Whoever the fuck plays Doc Ock, like, we gotta put some respect on him. He's not a bad-looking dude either. I respect that, man.
See, whereas William Dafoe looks like he got fucking mad endurance energy, if you catch my drift.
Oh, indeed.
Doc Ock just looks like he gives the best kind of fucking cuddles.
Oh, indeed, dude.
That man looks like fucking, you know, he'd be real passionate. He'd bring you a fresh cooked meal and cuddle with you and watch Real Housewives with you. Mm-hmm. And instead of just sitting there in silence watching Real Housewives with you, he'll actually put his input on why Peter doesn't deserve Jada in the first place.
Oh, indeed.
You know, fucking William Dafoe is definitely fuck buddy material, but Doc Ock, he's husband material right there.
Yeah.
No, I actually feel really bad that I don't know his name after singing his praises like this. I'm Googling this real quick.
I'm Googling his name too.
Alfred Molina.
That's his name, Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina. Fucking just absolute shout out to Mr. Molina. Just being one of the most beloved villains turned heroes.
Indeed.
Absolute fucking champion. And just for having absolute, you know, he's not a dilf, he's a father I'd like to...
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, he's not a daddy I'd like to fuck. He's a father I'd like to fornicate. You know, he seems like he into that fancy. You know, just straight missionary with cuddles afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. You know what? I'm going to sit here. You know what? For some reason, if Mr. Molina sees this, we love you over here for the Unfiltered and Uneducated Podcast. We love you, my good sir. We love you.
We absolutely love you, Mr. Molina.
Yeah. You were my favorite.
A champion.
You were my favorite Spider-Man villain of all time. You're my favorite. We love you.
You know, just off chance, there's like no way in hell he ever finds us. But if you do, Mr. Molina, please disregard all of the further conversation that you heard in the first part of this podcast. just make your judgment off of that. We love you. Don't judge us for the rest of what the fuck you heard.
Dude, I literally swear to God, for whatever reason, if this clip gets out here, if this clip gets out there on the internet, and if I look on Twitter and I see him fucking like quote tweet or retweet this shit, I am gonna fall out of my chair dying laughing, but I'm also gonna be so happy that he saw it, but I'm also gonna be extremely disappointed that he also saw everything else.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, dude.
You know, last shout out, Alfred Molina, absolute pog champ, absolute fucking champion. But yeah, no, back to the original topic.
Yeah.
Now let's go to one of my, and quite possibly most people's favorite and most known about mythologies.
Go for it.
Greek mythology.
Ooh, indeed.
Most well known of sorts being stemmed in God of War.
Yeah.
In popular webcomics. Mm-hmm. And, you know, one of the most notable, especially for people of our group, Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
You know, I actually just saw like a clip of that. You know, when you like scroll through like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, there's always like people just share clips of movies that they love. I actually saw a Percy Jackson clip, and I was like, you know what, dude, damn, I kind of want to rewatch that movie because that was a fucking good ass movie. I ain't gonna lie, I love that shit.
I've actually never seen the movies. I only read the books.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I love the books.
Again, I don't know nothing about the books, although I imagine, you know, books, movies, that you know, they can be different from each other in their own ways. They can either follow it exactly, change things up a little bit, or change it a lot. It's very, very hit or miss in a lot of it, because I've heard way too many horror stories about the books being great, movies are shit. You know, it happens way too often, right? But I can safely say, with like 100% guarantee, that the Percy Jackson movies, at least the first one, I don't know how I feel about the second one so much, because I literally don't remember like much about it to begin with. The first one is really, really good. I love that movie. It's great. Now, I don't remember the actor who played Percy Jackson. Did a fantastic job. The female lead, daughter of Athena. Don't know who she was. Hot as fuck. Holy shit. But
Annabeth. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. And absolutely just amazing performance. It was great. And another huge shout out as well. Not too big of a spoiler, but the man who played Hades in that movie, I love that guy. I don't remember who he was, but I love that motherfucker. He was like, I don't know why. Like, he wasn't even, it didn't even feel like he was like that big a part of it, but he was just a really enjoyable person when he was on screen. He was really enjoyable to just kind of sit through and listen to what he had to say every single time. Love that guy.
Wait, Steve Coogan?
Is that who played him? Yo, Steve, you a fucking Coogan? Legend, man. You're a legend, man.
I haven't seen the movies.
I'm recommending them right now. They're great.
But from what I hear, the movies weren't that good, but the books amazing. Fucking Rick Riordan is an amazing fucking author, and I've even heard he himself said the movies sucked. That's really why I've not watched it. But the books, absolutely fucking awesome. Really humanizing the mythology, and really, I guess, you know, watering down a lot of shit, because anyone who actually has studied, like, you know, like the actual real Greek mythology knows that Zeus isn't exactly really
He's kind of a dickhead.
Well, he does a lot of stuff that, you know, I'm really not comfortable putting out on our podcast.
Yeah.
But let's just say that he has a lot of children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you draw your conclusions from there.
Also, Mori, I know you didn't realize it, you know, Percy Jackson, you know, son of Poseidon, watered down, you made a pun, I forgot to just point it out. Laugh. Funny. Laugh, damn it! Fuck!
Unintentional pun, fuck yeah!
Laugh!
Fuck yeah, unintentional pun!
Laugh!
Man.
Please!
Ha, 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 ha.
Thank you.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, but... That really sounds like a fucking robot laughing. Thank you.
Ha. Ha. Oh, yeah, no, fucking, I guess that's really what stemmed me into, like, wanting to learn about mythology and whatnot.
Yeah, but like you said with the movies not being that great. Now, again, I can't, like, fully attest because I don't even know how old I was when I watched it, but I was definitely below the age of, like, 16 when I watched them, so, haha, movie, flashy effects, woohoo, awesome, you know, when you see, like, flashy shit on screen, obviously a kid's gonna fucking like it, right? It just works. That's why Cocomelon's successful. Please burn Cocomelon, I don't like it.
Yeah, here on the Unfiltered and Uneducated Podcast, we do not like Cocomelon.
No, we do not. And you know what? Can I?
We are not talkers.
Yeah, can I just say this right now? If you're a parent, right? If you're a parent, you're gonna have kids. The last thing you should do is raise your children on Cocomelon. Don't do it. You know what you should raise your kids on? Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
I was gonna say crack, but that too.
you should raise them on old cartoons, and even some more recent cartoons that are really good. Adventure Time, regular show, Teen Titans Go.
The old cartoons, the original Hercules from Disney, the original.
You talking about the original, like, animated, like, movie, or was there, like, a TV series I didn't know about?
I said original, dipfuck.
Alright, never mind then.
Dumbass. Fucking back to what we were saying. In Greek mythology, really, it's really watered down in a lot of media. I think God of War really gets the closest they can. But, just to throw one thing out there. Just to throw one thing. One of my favorite, points of difference in mythology. So everyone knows Medusa, right? Everyone knows who Medusa is.
Yes.
Snake lady, snakes for hair, look at her, you turn to stone, right?
Yeah, indeed.
People view her as fucking evil as shit, right? You would agree, she's evil as shit, right?
Yeah, most people would, yeah.
Yeah, so, long story short, most media, she has a snake tail instead of legs. That's actually kind of hot, but... Lamias are pretty hot. Not gonna lie. Snake tails, snake chicks, good shit.
Anything you want to talk to me about later, or is this for the Patreon?
Hey, I am a permitted and officially licensed monster fucker, and in such, my speciality is snake chicks. But from there, okay, long story short, so in original mythology, Medusa was just some chick, right? Mm-hmm. Just walk around, ancient Greece, and Poseidon.
Yeah. Poseidon
popped up and he's like, "Hey, baby, it was good," and she's like, "Oh my god, oh god," and then she's like, "Oh, I'm so turned on," and then Poseidon's like, "Yeah, let's go do it in this temple over here." They went to the temple of one of Poseidon's greatest enemies, Athena. Right, so Poseidon went and fucked this chick in Athena's temple, which was like super disgraceful, right? Yeah. And whereas Athena couldn't take revenge on Poseidon because he's a god, but so Athena's like, you know what? Fuck you, lady, and fucking cursed her ass because she used to be like super beautiful.
I think I actually heard in the original story that Medusa, before all the snake shit happened. What I heard in the mythos was Medusa was actually a lot prettier than Athena was. If I'm not mistaken, is it Athena or Aphrodite? I can't remember. It was Athena, right?
Aphrodite's literally the fucking god of beauty, homeboy. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of my brain mixed up. Fucking my bad.
Yeah, no. As someone pointed out in the audience participation channel, there's like 3 main versions. The one I was in the middle of talking about was my favorite. Mm-hmm. Another one was Poseidon brought Medusa there against her will. And the third one is, fucking Medusa just walking around, knowing that she's the baddest bitch. And Athena was like, haha, fuck you. Snap her finger. But my favorite is, fucking her Poseidon hooked up in the temple, right?
Yeah.
Athena can't punish Poseidon for that. He's a god. And she's like, well, you know what? I'll still have my fucking revenge. Snap. Turn Medusa from beautiful into, beautiful to the right people. And fucking made it so that anyone she made eye contact with turned to stone. And then threw her ass in fucking like a cave somewhere, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then, eventually, I can't remember which demigod or which hero it was. But somebody, ran out and found Medusa, cut her fucking head off.
Oh, I think I should know who that was. I think it was the son of Zeus, Perseus. I think it was Perseus the demigod, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably the original Perseus. Yeah, no, so fucking, They went, cut her fucking head off, and then brought it out, and then ended up, her head ended up being molded into a shield. Coated in brass and mounted on a shield called the Aegis, and given to Athena. And then Athena used fucking Medusa's head, our shield, and it was passed down to, demigod and demigod, and then it was eventually given down in the Percy Jackson series, etc., etc. It went from god to god, person to person. But her entire fucking legacy is that her head got mounted on a fucking shield.
Yeah.
I think that's neat.
I forgot how depressing that story was. Man, she was just trying to get... She just... I mean... Okay, can I just say this? When you're describing the whole thing with, Poseidon, like, hey, baby... Is it bad I can only think of Jason Momoa from Aquaman? Just like, hey, yo, what's up, girl? You want to come back to
Is it bad? That's what I was imagining, too.
All I can think of is Jason Momoa just walking in the water with his tattoos, like... Hey, baby, you looking good? Like, I can only picture Jason Momoa talking like Johnny Bravo, like trying to pick up chicks, like, hey, baby, how you doing? I would take you back to the Poseidon when we, the water's not even the only thing wet down there, if you know what I'm saying, when I'm done with you. Yeah.
So, on a bit of a more lighthearted point, so, kind of, I guess, the Genesis chapter of Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Everyone knows, Kronos, big bad titan, god of time, or titan of time, yada yada. Mm-hmm. And then everyone knows fucking Uranus and Gaia, Uranus being the heavens and Gaia being the earth.
Did you just you just jumped from Norse mythology, or are you still talking about Greek?
This is Greek mythology.
Really? I thought Kronos was from no, that's Greek. Never mind.
That's Kratos, dumbass.
Yeah,
I think of God of War 4, and Kratos is still Greek.
Yeah, I literally, because I've actually been playing God of War recently, because I remember, like, seeing God of War, and I knew it was Greek, but, like, my brain's all fucked up from playing God of War, and I'm thinking, Norse, fuck me, fuck my ass, I can't think
of Sparta, Sparta is in Greece.
Yeah, dude, I know. I literally know Kratos. I'm just so indulged in the God of War 4. I fucking forgot. I'm fucking my brain is off right now. My bad.
All right, so yeah, so Kronos or Cronus, also the son of Uranus and Gaia, head of the Titans and father of the Olympians, most of the Olympians at least. So he killed his father, right? He killed Uranus with a stone sickle, which is pretty much known as the moon. It's like more akin to like a crescent moon. Personally, no idea if it's said that it was the actual crescent moon or if it was something akin. But it was like a crescent moon shape. It was a sickle. You want to know? There's probably like 7,000 different fucking stories of how he killed him, yada yada, blah blah blah. People say thousands of different fucking things. I don't care. It's my podcast. Mm-hmm. You want to know how he killed his father?
I can only imagine.
Gaia created a stone sickle and gave it to Kronos, and Kronos cut off his father's sack. He castrated his dad and then threw his testicles into the sea.
That is fucking horrible!
He literally cut his balls off.
Jesus!
Literally. And that, from his testicles being thrown into the sea, that is one of the versions of the story of how Aphrodite was born.
What the fuck?
The goddess of beauty. That is one of the versions of the story of how Aphrodite was born, and she rose from the foam in the sea that came from fucking Uranus' nuts. His severed fucking testes thrown into the sea.
Dude, that is literally one of the worst origin stories I have ever heard. For anything ever!
Funny thing is, she's the goddess of fucking beauty. She's the goddess of beauty. It is fucking, I guess, canon in the mythology that everyone wants to fuck her. There's not a person alive who does not want to fuck the goddess of beauty. Until you realize that she literally rose from... Literally, everyone wants to fuck her, but for me, I would want to fuck her until I realized that she came from a severed sack in the fucking ocean.
I mean, that man must have had a pretty set of fucking jugulars, you know what I'm saying? Did he fucking shoe shine his nuts every day or something? Take some elbow grease, wipe it down? Like,
I don't know, bro. What is he doing
to his fucking balls to make him look so nice that the baddest bitch in all the fucking mythology pops the fuck out of it?
I don't know, but look up in the sky, homie.
That doesn't...
Look up in the sky. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Tell me, is the sky pretty? Do you think the sky is pretty?
Yeah.
Bam, that's Uranus. The dude's literally was the heavens. Is the heavens. Was, is. Used to be. I don't know. Uranus was literally the heavens. It was the sky. If you think the sky's pretty, bam, you're into dudes.
Can I just point out that someone just typed in chat, and this is now the origin story of Aphrodite for me. My boy was not sponsored, by the way. This boy was using Dr. Sasquatch on his fucking ball sack to make everything so goddamn nice, and that's where Aphrodite was born. Aphrodite was born from Dr. Squatch.
Yo, Dr. Squatch?
Sponsor?
Dr. Squatch?
Sponsor,
please. Podcast?
We're not sponsored. Sponsor, please.
I've actually used Dr. Squatch soap, the pine scented one, because your man likes to smell like trees. Sponsor? Question mark? Sponsor?
Please, like we would love to sponsor you. Okay, we love your products. They're great. Okay. That's what I would say if we were sponsored by you. That's what I... Yeah. Please. We'd appreciate it. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, no, Kronos cut off his dad's nuts, threw it into the sea, and bam, the goddess of beauty came out of it.
He must have had a pretty ball sack, dude.
And that dude definitely used Manscaped. Sponsor us.
Can we get sponsored by both? Is that a thing?
Dude, that would be awesome.
Imagine.
Awesome.
Two of the best products for men sponsoring the Unfiltered and Uneducated podcast. Could you imagine? By the way, again, I'd like to point out, for legal reasons, we are not sponsored, but we would love to be. Just letting you know.
Not sponsored, just fans of the product.
Oh, indeed.
And if they were to sponsor us, that'd be pretty dope. Yeah, no, so fucking... Yeah, no, that's quite possibly my favorite fucking tale in Greek mythology is Kronos. So like, yep, you don't need these no more. Shit. And just pop that shit in the ocean. And then fucking Kronos, everyone fucking knows Kronos, he swallowed his kids. He swallowed, his Hestia, Hera, Demeter, Hades, and Poseidon. And then when when Zeus was born, his wife's name was Rhea, or Rhea, however you pronounce it. Rhea's like, yeah, no, here, have this fucking rock shaped like a baby, which is known as the Omphalos stone.
Hold on, can we pause for a quick second? So, can I ask you a question? So, Aphrodite is the kid of what was his name? What was his name? The one giant you were just talking about.
Aphrodite is technically not the child of anyone. She rose from the fucking sea foam that was produced out of Uranos's testes.
Okay, because I was about to say, because when you said like Kronos just swallowing his kids, all I could think of, if he swallowed Aphrodite, were you about to say he was gargling on his own father's nuts?
He didn't swallow Aphrodite.
That would have been one hell of a fucking twist. Oh my god, that would have been an amazing twist if you ask me.
So he only swallowed the 5, and then he swallowed the Omphalos stone. And then, Zeus was raised by Rhea, yada yada. Fucking... And then, eventually, I think it was Rhea that fed Kronos a mixture of mustard and wine. Like, not mustard as in, French is yellow. But mustard is in, the actual, herb. Very, very strong taste. And then wine as in...
Right.
Wine. And fucking... Apparently it tasted so fucking disgusting, he just went... and he puked up all the other fucking kids. And then BAM! Viva la revolution! And then fucking just went off and fucking... Viva la revolution! Made him puke. All the babies came out. They're like, fuck it! Let's go! And then fucking, it was all the Titans, which was Kronos, all his brothers, all the homies, against the gods, the Cyclopes, and the Hecatonchires, which were known as the 100-handed ones. Yep. They had 50 faces and 100 hands. And fucking, it went, beat the shit out of everyone. And, Zeus killed Kronos, threw his bitch ass into Tartarus, executed a fuck ton of the Titans, cursed Atlas to carry the weight of the skies. Hyperion went into the depths of the sea. Whichever Titan was... Technically, Helios is a Titan, just not a bad Titan. I remember Helios is like the sun, and then Apollo fucking drags his ass around. I don't know, there's 17 different fucking things about that, but, well, that's just my understanding from Percy Jackson and other mythos and just my own fucking research. It's just a culmination of all that shit.
It's some really cool stuff. Although I still wish the whole thing with, I really wish Kronos did swallow Aphrodite. So some unintended revenge. That would have been one hell of a fucking twist. That would have been amazing in my opinion.
That'd be funny as hell. Aphrodite came around long after Zeus. Long after Zeus. Mm-hmm. Oh well, all the Titans got fucked up, and then Hyperion ran to the sea. Atlas got trapped out of the skies. A lot of the Titans got killed. Cool bro Titan is in the sky giving us light. Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm stupid. Siggy brought up a good point in the audience participation. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, no, I remember. So there were pretty much 5 Titans. Main Titans of these. There was the Titan of the North, the South, the East, and the West. And then Atlas. Atlas held the center. The other ones held up the other 4 corners of the world. Did their fucking thing, but the other 4 brothers were called to war, and, dead. And then Hyperion went to hiding. Hyperion is technically still alive, according to the mythology. He didn't get killed. He's just chilling in the fucking ocean. He likes to fuck with Poseidon once in a while, too. He fucks with Poseidon a lot. Right. Mm-hmm. And then there was Typhon, the king of all monsters, the father of all monsters. No, lot of fucking assholes.
Oh yeah.
And there was, Prometheus. Yeah, Prometheus. Well, he gave humans fire, and Zeus didn't like that, so he chained his ass to a rock, and he cursed Prometheus with everlasting life, or either that or Titans already had that. So they regenerate very quickly. And it currently resides either in the underworld or in Tartarus. They're different.
Yeah.
Tartarus is hell, underworld is, everything but. And Prometheus is chained to a rock where birds come and peck out his fucking eyes and rip out his liver, every fucking day.
Ouch.
And then the birds just wait for it to fucking grow back. And they just swoop back in, they're like, sup, bitch, lunchtime. Open your fucking eyes, bitch.
Ew, oh, that's disgusting. Might be some of the most disgusting shit I have ever heard. It's terrible. Poor boy. Shit.
Yeah, funny as shit.
Oh yeah.
Even in actual fucking mythology, it's hilarious to know that even with everything, with the real mythology, Hades, the god of the dead, not the god of death, that's Thanatos. Thanatos is a primordial god. Mm-hmm. He's the god of death. He's the one with the fucking scythe, with the sickle. Yeah. Hades is the god of the underworld, the god of the dead, and the god of earthly riches, which is very, very little known. Hades is actually the god of riches and precious stones.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Because he's the god of the underground. That's where all the gold and the jewels are. And it's fucking, in real actual mythology, Hades wasn't exactly an outstanding citizen, but hilarious enough, the creepier of the 3 brothers was actually a better fucking dude than the other 2. The dude was just a tier 3 simp.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, the dude was a tier 3 simp, and then when fucking Persephone, the daughter of Demeter, goddess of spring, fucking visited the underworld, Hades is like, ooh, she hot. And then he fucking tricked her into eating a fucking pomegranate. And that pomegranate doesn't let her leave the underworld. And then fucking, everything above, spring was gone. Spring go bye-bye.
Ouch.
And then Demeter came down. She's like, yo, that's my daughter, dude. And he's like, nah, that ain't your daughter. That's my wife. That's the queen of the underworld. And then fucking Demeter's like, yeah, but, the humans are fucking dying. He's like, all right, you know what? She can go back up for 3 months out of the year. Other than that, she stay down here with me.
That is so interesting. That makes sense. It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool to hear about, actually. That's interesting.
So he technically did kidnap her, but she was the one who was stupid enough to get tricked into eating a pomegranate. Because honestly, who the fuck would eat a pomegranate just outright? What kind of stable, smart human being would actually eat a fucking pomegranate?
I almost said something that would have a bunch of feminists on my ass. I almost said something that would put feminism against me immediately. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. Women. Fuck it.
Well, it's a common theme in in Hebrew and Judaistic mythology and faith. You know, the last time a woman chose what she wanted to eat, she kind of did doom all of humanity.
Women moment.
You know, just to clarify that, that's Eve eating from the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, and getting banned from the Garden of Eden, and humanity being cursed with mortality. And she's also the reason, well, mythologically speaking, she's also the reason why women feel pain during childbirth.
Nice job, Eve. You fucked it up for all of us.
Yeah, thanks, Eve!
You fucking bitch!
Bitch!
Fuck you!
Yeah. Yeah, no, fuck. Yeah, no, hilariously enough, Hades is actually the nicer of the three Olympian brothers. The three sons of Cronus.
So you're saying Hades is actually, like, you could go down with Hades and just have a fucking blunt with him and he'll chill or something?
Oh, probably not. I'm not saying the dude's a fucking Chad, but the dude in mythology is still a piece of shit. But he's just not as much of a piece of shit as Poseidon and Zeus. Zeus being a,
Grade A shithead.
you know, if he was mortal, he'd be serving quite a few life sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just from the one specific charge alone. You know,
yeah, the specific charge that we can't exactly say on the podcast, for reasons, let's just say it regards the side of the,
Yeah, no, so fucking Zeus was just an absolute piece of shit. Poseidon wasn't that much better. Both of them cheated on their wives a whole lot.
Yeah.
Hades, not as much. Yeah. It's just fucking hilarious to know.
Yeah.
It's just fucking hilarious. Oh, and Hera, Zeus's wife, is his sister. Persephone is Hades' niece, technically. I don't know what Poseidon's wife is. I don't know, probably his daughter or something.
Nope, there it is.
So, long story short, sweet home Olympus.
Yeah. Perfect.
I just looked at audience participants. Somebody said that the moment I did. Somebody said Sweet Home Olympus the exact moment I did. That's fucking beautiful.
Thank you to our live audience for being here. We appreciate it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let me Google. Who's Poseidon's wife?
I'm kind of curious.
Amphitrite.
Yeah, someone typed it here. Yeah, it's Amphitrite.
And her parents were Oceanus and Tethys. Oh, so they're like cousins.
That's still bad.
Oceanus.
That's still bad. Wait, okay, is it first or second cousin?
Fuck, I know. Oceanus was another Titan, who was a brother of Kronos. Poseidon's the son of Kronos. Amphitrite is the daughter of Oceanus. First cousins.
Well, yeah, okay.
And then, I don't know what exactly he fucked, but Poseidon fucked something non-god, non-titan, and non-human, and created horses. Horses are literally the children of Poseidon. He fucked something.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that at some point where Poseidon did actually have relations with some creature. I didn't know they created horses, but I did hear that somewhere. That's interesting. Whatever that is.
Yep. And then most of the tales about Poseidon creating horses was one, he just poof, sea foam, bam, horses. The other part is he really wanted to fuck his sister. Demeter.
Wait, is this the same sea foam from earlier that created Aphrodite that came out of that one guy's nutsack?
No, actual sea foam.
Okay, just wondering.
But he also, on another tale of how horses were created, there's like 7 different fucking stories for everything in Greek mythology. But on one of the most commonly accepted and funniest ones is that Poseidon really wanted to fuck Demeter, his sister, and he created the most amazing animal he possibly could to impress her. Bam, horses.
Cool.
And yeah, as people in the participation channel, it was Pegasus, and I think it was Pegasus and Chrysaor that Poseidon created from the blood that came from Medusa's neck after they cut her fucking head off.
Ew.
And then, on the entire another fucking side, let's talk about Hephaestus. A baby that was so fucking ugly that his mom threw his ass off a fucking mountain.
Man, Greek is terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah, Hephaestus was the god of fire and the forge. God of fire, the forge, blacksmithing, metalworking, masonry, crafting, etc., etc. But Hephaestus was said to be so unbelievably fucking ugly that Hera just yeeted his ass off the fucking mountain and crippled his ass.
Yeah.
She literally just went, yeet! Which I like, that sucks.
Yeah, we shouldn't laugh about that. Not funny.
This bitch ugly! Yeet! Okay.
Yeah, no, guys, seriously, we shouldn't laugh. It's not funny. I can fucking hear him in the back. Oh god, that fucking laugh on the other end of the cave just killed me. Oh my god. That faint laughter just fucking sent me, dude. Oh no.
Alright, we shouldn't laugh. It's not a good thing to laugh at.
Yeah, you know, child death. Yeah, not funny. That's cool. Let's relax.
Well, he didn't die.
Oh, right. I forgot.
He wasn't killed. Hera just went, yeet!
Yeah, I forgot. I got confused in all the laughter. I thought baby dead. My bad.
You know, Hera fucking yeeted his ass. And to quote LeBron James in his famous quote, you know, popping him from the three, Shabingus.
Shabingus.
Just fucking yeet.
Oh.
He threw his ass off a mountain and yelled, Kobe! Cut that out. Alright, Dro, cut that out.
That's staying in. That's staying in. I am not editing that out.
Nope.
If I could put it into my personal YouTube video on the same joke, I'm keeping that in here.
Alright, I'm 50% of this podcast. Fuck you. Editing Dro, you're removing that joke.
When you see my video going up my personal channel later, that trust me, you're gonna feel bad that didn't stay up. Yeah. Oh no.
God, I'm a horrible human being, aren't I?
We both are, dude. We're both fucking awful.
Yeah, well, hey, Dro, the perfect idea for you, because after this recording, we're going to be playing Cards Against Humanity.
And you know what?
About 30 minutes.
And you know what? To those listening on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're listening from, to those of you who don't know, we do actually have a Discord where we actually have a live audience, so you can actually hear the podcast first before it even airs. So, hey. If that's something you're interested in, maybe participate in some games after the podcast. Come on, come chill with us. I'm sure it'll be a lovely time.
Unfiltered, uneducated, unedited.
Ooh, I like the name of that. That's a good idea. That should be the name of our Patreon.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking of naming it.
Coming up with ideas in the middle of the podcast. What do you think about that, folks?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
we
good.
Building this shit brick by brick.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, God. Greek mythology really is just an absolute fucking trip, though.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of like unfiltered and uncut, that's a good one too. Ooh.
Unfiltered and uncircumcised.
Oh God.
Uncut. Uncircumcised means it's not cut. It works.
Am I keeping this in the regular podcast, or this is going on the Patreon? Actually, you know what? This is actually the perfect promotion for our Patreon. How about that? We'll fucking keep it in. Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go check out Unfiltered and Uneducated, Uncut and Uncircumcised.
This is
Unfiltered, Uneducated, Unedited, Uncircumcised. Like a lot of people in the Greek mythology. Not a lot of people were circumcised in Greece. At least I don't think so.
I don't even think circumcised was even invented back then, and if it was called a ripoff.
Sounds like a bad deal.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, just going off of Greece, dude. I think Greek mythology is probably has the most fucked up stories that I can just think of off the top of my head. I mean, obviously, just learned about the things like the crows ripping that one guy's fucking body completely apart, then having it regenerate. That sounds fucking horrible. The only
Alright, Googled it, can confirm. The Greeks did not circumcise because they, quote, shunned the mutilation of a perfect organ. Greeks were really accepting back in the day. It is perfect.
I really, really regret being born into a Catholic family. I really, really do.
The Greeks think my penis is perfect. Thank you, ancient Greeks.
Oh, God! What the fuck? Oh, no! Is it just me, or is this the most you've ever laughed during a fucking episode? I think this is the most you've ever laughed. Holy sweet, merciful mother
God.
of God.
Oh, God. Fuck me, bro.
I mean, hey, you're uncircumcised. I would love to give that perfect organ a try.
Thank you.
I'm not cutting that out. I am not cutting that out.
God.
You can think I'm gay if you want. I am homosexual. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm not cutting that out. Just like Mori's not cutting off his foreskin.
I am circumcised, bro.
Huh?
I am circumcised.
Liar. How could you?
Dude, I was saying they think it's perfect because of the size. You know? It's a perfect organ. That's the perfect size. They think it's perfect. It's so nice. Ancient Greeks are just so nice.
Yeah, what a lovely family, dude. What a lovely family.
Well, I will say though, fucking Greeks were into some weird ass shit though.
Anything you'd be into?
Personally, no, but a lot of people would be. Homosexuality was incredibly common in Greece.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually like a oh yeah, because I think this is just kind of a thing in like any mythology, I think, but I think the thing with Greeks, if was yes the Spartans, right? It was common for there to be kind of like gay lovers in there because they would fight harder for their lover or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. But
that's actually it.
Yeah, I remember reading a story or listening to a YouTube video talking about that, about how that's a real thing. And you know, honestly, it's kind of crazy. And you know what? No, I'm not gonna go into it's political. Fuck it. I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, it was incredibly common for Spartans and the Greek military all to have homosexual lovers within their ranks because the Greeks knew that you would fight harder to protect your lover than you would to protect yourself, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, if you're in danger, you're gonna try. Obviously, you're gonna try to save your own life. But if your lover is in danger, nothing's fucking stopping you.
Yeah, and especially at that point, like, say, like, your lover dies in battle, right? The adrenaline's gonna hit so much fucking harder if you see the one that you love fall down. It's kind of like the same thing with me, right? You know, if someone fucks with someone that I love, they're either going to the hospital or they are going to meet God really, really early.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and it's exactly like that, you know. Like, I fully understand why they would do this. Makes sense. It's like it's almost just an unreal like adrenaline boost to just your strength, your speed, pretty much everything. In terms of just battle, everything is higher than anything could push you.
Oh, definitely. You know, fucking, it was dope as shit.
Oh, indeed.
Well, everybody, that was a great fucking episode.
Oh, indeed.
You know,
it was awesome.
I personally love mythology. I don't know the absolute most about it, but I know a good amount. Mainly Greek mythology, but you know, one of my favorite things to talk about. Real fun shit, real dope shit. Gets real deep too. Yeah, I think this is gonna be where we call the episode for the night. All right, everybody here in the live audience would like to extend a very special thank you to you guys. You know, having an audience really makes a whole lot more fun. You know, pretty fun. And you know, if you're listening on YouTube or Spotify, just as big of a thank you. You know, listening to the podcast, you know, showing your support lets us know that you guys like this. Lets us know to keep doing it. Really pretty dope. Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everybody for listening, for watching, tuning in. This has been the Unfiltered and Uneducated Podcast. Yours truly, Mori, and my co-host, Dro.